Hey gang, welcome back to the videos. Welcome to Crystal Palace Park. 4th round of the London League. It's the 2nd for us. And let's watch the under 14 start.
This is a sketchy ass start.
We've been away from the channel for a little bit, racing other leagues. I've had the worst start to my season ever, and I've had 3 DNFs for the past 4 races. So I just want to finish this. I don't want to snap my handlebars. I don't want to break my saddle. I don't want to get a puncture. Out of all of those races, Honor is podiumed every single one of them with a win, with an age category win last week. So let's see how this goes.
All right, let's go back to the car and back to the big camera.
Yeah, okay. It's more technical than last year. It's got a few tricky corners. It's got like the off camber when you drop down, and then the subsequent corners there are a bit like tricky, which is good. If you're good at riding a cross bike, you will be able to put time into people, and if you're bad at riding a cross bike, you might fall off, which is nice. But it's a very short lap, and there's certain sections which I felt were better last year.
We have 45 women today.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's it.
Which is really, really good. But I wish we had 45 women every day.
Yeah, and 45 more.
And 45 more. It's so good to see such a big women's field. Well, it's still smaller than the average senior open, is that correct?
Yeah, and then you have the vets, and then you have 2 categories of vets.
That's a good point. I try not to think about it a lot, you know, I try to just forget about the gender disparity, and then every now and then you're like, oh, that really sucks. It's quite telling, I think, that obviously we see the biggest field here in London where you don't have to drive an hour and a half.
And Brixton. Brixton's really good with their women's contingent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, full credit to Brixton, but it's also that like accessibility. We tend to see the bigger fields
here in Herne Hill.
London races. Brother, ooh. Oh yeah.
Get my dad moves out. Hello. You gonna finish your race today?
That's the goal. That's all I care about is finishing.
It's not. You care about winning.
Shut up. No, because if I get that in my head, then I'll fight people.
And then break your bike and then not finish, so...
I'm not going to fight you. I would like to work with you today.
Yeah, we can
Next week we can fight each other. Okay.
Next week there is no race.
Start!
Cool.
Vicious Velo Man went through the tape, round the tree on the left, and then back onto the course.
I liked his line.
Watching Oscar and Alfie Amy scares me.
Because they're so
They're
good.
so good. That, like, they just... How did he do that? Just, he stuck to the floor the entire way round, and I'm like...
But did you see how hard he braked between those 2 trees? He came into the first tree really fast, and then stopped without skidding. I would have just fallen off.
What tyres are you running?
Griffo.
I think it's a Griffo day.
Yeah, Griffo day.
I'm going to stay on the Griffos,
I think,
but I did go sideways.
I think I'm going to spare bike have a Limus on the front because that's what I have. I don't have 2 sets of Griffos.
I'm quite stressed, as usual, pre-race. I'm trying this year to just be like calmer and cooler and like, because I'm stronger now, and so it's like I don't need to like stress so much about the technical aspects, and I can just kind of lean in a little bit to like actually just slowing down and calming down. But I'm still like a nervous wreck before the race. My week going into this has been really bad actually, which is a real shame, because they said that like I'd quite like Palace to be a race where I'm going well for, but I've ended up like not finishing my workouts this week. My legs have been so heavy, so stiff, so sore. Generally, like, my body's been good, which is a nice change to be like limited by muscle soreness over like my general limited capacity. New thing for me to navigate is like, oh, my legs can't do that much, which is great. I'm just like, that sucks, but like what a wonderful thing to be limited by for the first time in 5 years. So good and bad. Last few races have been great. I feel quite relieved because I'm finally back towards the front. Been following our YouTube channel for the past couple of years, very much not been at the front. Context in case you don't have it, but I've been chronically ill for a very long time, lost all of my strength, muscle, fitness, everything. I've been gradually working my way back, and then as of like the start of this month, I feel like I'm back. I actually feel like I'm now ahead in terms of my like cyclocross results. I've only done like half a season ever before I got ill, but I'm further forward now than where I was then, even though I'm weaker now, but because like my technical abilities put me ahead. That is like wonderful news. Very, very, very happy about that.
Holly Winston.
Woo!
Tulsi Bekwania.
Woo! Can't give a woo to just some of them.
Esme Riley.
Commit to everyone now.
Zoe Roach.
Woo!
Honor Elliott.
That was good.
No. Mixed feelings, honestly.
Yeah, I see there's a bit of mud on your knee.
Did you see the
The
start?
handlebars. I did see the start.
I keep feeling like I want to be battling at the front, but like something happens at the start,
Yeah.
which puts me back. And it's like, you know, maybe I could be up there at the front and I could be battling and I would still come last of those few. But it's,
You want that
but
opportunity.
it's frustrating that I'm not getting that opportunity because I keep having something gets in the way at that start, which means the front goes. I just really hope that that race now gives me a good grid because I just really want to be on the front row at the start. Sprinted to like a kind of decent-ish position. A decent-ish position on this straight.
Yeah.
And then we start going in. Ilana, who I think is a sick bike rider, so like absolutely no shade on her. She ran wide, went into the tape.
Yeah, I saw.
Which was just like a bit of a distraction for me. And then it was just like in that carnage, I ended up running into the back of Emma's wheel. And it was like doing this and I was like, come on, stay up, stay up, stay up. And then it went. I'm sure there was a way I could have avoided that. But in my head I was like, save energy, don't slam on because I didn't want to screw over whoever was behind me, which I did because I ended up off the bike
But
anyway.
also if you do brake in the start, you get swarmed. So you want to do everything in your power
Yeah,
in the
I was
start,
trying to
not
just like
brake.
ride smoothly and
Yeah.
like find space around me, but I ran out of room. I was like, whatever, hop back on my bike, made the places back, but it's like, you're never within reach of that front again. And it's hard to know whether you would ride harder having those people around you to chase. And this is like, Emma was having a bad race, but obviously I see Emma as like incredible. So I'm like, I can see Emma, amazing, I can see Emma, so like I can kind of settle a little bit. But little do I know in that moment that Emma's having a bad race and the front is getting away from her. But I do know that I'm empty now. I feel really sick. I've not eaten right in the run up to this. Yeah, tummy hurts. I got to stop finishing a race and like complaining about it because that was really good.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of myself. My bike wasn't shifting very well.
Yeah, I wonder why.
But I didn't land on that side.
I think
I did land
the
on that
evidence
side.
would suggest otherwise.
I thought I landed on the left.
No, right hand
Well,
corner.
that would explain why I was shifting really badly.
Yeah, it would.
It was really annoying actually because there was a lot of times where you really just wanted to dump all the gears.
Yeah.
The one where you have to really dump them and then ride out of it, I would like pedal and it would be like and I'm like, oh my god. Sorry guys. Also, my favourite part of that race was the other riders who I was like in front of but passing on different parts of the course. But like,
Yeah.
go on, Honor. I was like crying. It was really, really sweet. Like I love the support between the riders even when we're racing. Ruby was like, you're flying, and I was like, I'm dying. Putting a real dig
Yeah, I
to get
saw.
past her on the first lap, and I was like, I'm gonna regret that. Because you know when you get a bit dog brain and you only see as far ahead as like those riders,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, we're about to go really uphill and they're just gonna overtake me back. But I think psychologically I did some damage there, but little did they know, I was like, fuck. Okay, let's go get ready for your race. Is disguising my bad fake tan again. How are you feeling?
No, I'm not feeling.
Not
I've
feeling, no
removed all-
feelings. Okay, great.
I've removed all feeling.
Probably not going to be an
because
interesting conversation then.
My heart is like, oh, I can do well here. I'm going well. Techie course. I'm kind of strong. Could do alright, but past month hasn't been quite so good for me in terms of luck.
So just keep the expectations low.
Exactly.
Just stay calm.
Really calm.
It's definitely a course that will reward calmness.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be calm, steady.
But put the hammer down
Yeah, I
when
just
you
wanna
go
get
up the
round,
climb.
really. Yeah.
Because there's no risks there. That's when you drop the watt bombs. I wasn't dropping any watt bombs, apart from the first time I went up there. And I regretted it. How has your week of training been?
All quite hard sessions. Race winning intervals, which won't be used today, I don't think.
Maybe they will.
Not
Oh,
with
you've got-
Luke Gibson and
Alfie
one
Amy.
of the Amy's.
I don't know
Alfie
which
or
one's which.
Oscar
I'm so
Amy.
sorry. Be optimistic though.
seniors.
Yeah, okay. You just try and beat the people that you're normally close to beating. a good start, but he'll catch up, I'm sure. Good try. Almost. I was like ready to catch you here, then I was like, hold on, there's gonna be a sprint.
I was well confident in my sprint. That was a bad idea.
Good work, man.
If anything's happened to your wheel, let me know, I'll pay for it.
No worries, it should be fine.
What did you do?
Alright mate, I chopped him so badly, I just rode into him.
I passed you 3 times in a lap, didn't I?
Yeah.
I flipping decked down that corner and then the tape went in my wheel.
Were you the one that shouted same?
Yeah. Mate, you killed it. That was so good.
Just waiting for the podium. First senior man.
I think so.
Best result ever?
Yeah, I mean, you had a massive gap on Declan and Grant, but and obviously normally you're neck and neck with them.
Well,
But
Grant had a bad start.
I don't know what happened, but-
went into the first corner and nearly crashed because I was like, "Where, Grant? Why aren't you with me?" I didn't clip in straight away.
Oh, really?
Did you see how good my start was? Behind Luke Gibson
Oh, yeah, no, I
and
think-
Alfie Amy, and I was like, I belong here, but I was like just standing on the pedal. But maybe I should get my foot in properly. Like Declan crashed behind me, which was good for me, obviously, because that created a bit of a gap. And then I was with two under 23s who were very fast and better than me. Jack G had a bit of a mistake, which meant he dropped back quite a bit. And then he caught me on the last lap.
Do you know what happened to him?
I just came around the corner and he's like pulling out meters of course tape out of his bike. While I have another 2 meters trailing off mine that I had to pull like a clown keeps pulling stuff out their sleeve. I had to pull a bunch of course tape out of my bike. You know, like you exit the woods and there's like really fun rutty.
Yeah.
I went around there and there was a course marker that had obviously been knocked and it was pointing towards me into the course.
Oh.
So I rode straight into this spike like this
Yeah.
and was like, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. Didn't die, thankfully. I thought I was going to get impaled, but collected a bunch of course tape everywhere.
No, you've got a quad box.
Yeah.
Can we have it back?
Yeah.
It's in the car.
But it is in the car.
Is that down the car?
Is it? Who won it? Because if it's me, then
might
there's
well
no
be,
point.
You're rich and quad right now.
Do you need me to get it for the sake of like podium photos?
Brad might want to see it in the pics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, maybe he should have provided more boxes then.
It's funny that their entire podium is ahead of you.
Yes.
You see how silly I looked in my podium picture because I was wearing your coat?
No,
And Ruby was wearing the equivalent coat in the correct size. How many times did you come off, Declan? My hero. Well done.
Theo Clark!
Woo! I've not seen that before.
How do they know what size you're in? Do you have to return? Is it just the box?
It's an empty
I won
box,
the very
which Honor
same
has
box.
already been gifted.
I had to go
for
back
her
to the
podium.
car, bring it back for his podium.
Well done. Yeah, it was awesome.
She's got a cold. Hand sanitizer, hand sanitizer. Quick! 2319, 2319. That was a Monsters Inc. reference, by the way.
He comes out the door and he's got a huge
It's their
like
like
2319.
disaster code when they've touched a human, when the monsters
We're
have
gonna
touched.
leave.
I decided to try a bit lower pressure. I can't remember what it was. It's quite soft. And I like felt my wheel and was like, that is actually really soft. And I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna go for it. It was a good idea. Felt quite inspired by Magali Rochette, Canadian cyclocross legend and dog lover and all-round fantastic person. She has an email newsletter that she sends out after every race with kind of insights into it, and at the bottom she will give the gear that she was riding. So she'll give tyre choice and pressures. She had ridden a dry course on chicanes at 21 psi. I was like, huh, that's quite low. Part of me was like, maybe you just kind of keep lower pressures but you change the tread around, and that's a good way of doing it. So I was running lower than I perhaps would have thought, and it was mega. I didn't lose the front wheel too many times. Big up Magali Rochette. Go sign up to her newsletter, follow her on Instagram. Thank you Quack, thank you Holly at Quack.
And Brad at
Brad
Quack.
at Quack for sponsoring the event, and thank you to Brixton Cycling Club for putting it on.
Oh, Brixton did so good today.
Amazing.
Also, the vibes of their like club, impeccable. Always a big fan of Brixton, especially obviously in their support of their women races.
Yeah.
I think they're incredible. If you are a woman cycling in London, definitely consider Brixton. The way they were like cheering each other at the end of the race. Oh, it's just wholesome as hell, super cute, love them. Big up Brixton
Massive
Cycling
thank you,
Club,
Brixton.
and thank you for the race today.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. See you soon.
There are less YouTube videos at the moment, however there is still lots of like GoPro content on our social medias, so
Yeah, if
follow us on
you're-
Instagram, because when we don't have time to edit a full YouTube video, we're still making sure that there's like race reports, photos, GoPros, all of that business. So give us a follow on the socials.
Which are here.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, do you want to see the poo on the roof?
No.
Leave a comment. Who is responsible for that?
It stinks, man. It was.
Who was your biggest enemy
it's
in the race?
dark
I
at the
think it
lot.
was Jack G.